You're on.
Hey guys, how's it going? Let me just get my questions up here. All right, thanks for joining me. Straight to it, I guess, right? What everyone wants to know, we're still on track for April 27th. I speak with Smarttech every day. They're working very hard. Mainnet release is still on track. Despite a lot of the problems that we've obviously had. There's coronavirus, for instance, has put everything a little skew. If I can't get to Moscow, for instance, the team is working remotely. It is a problem working remotely. Everyone says remote work is no difference. There is for me. I prefer being on the spot. You don't get that instant communication you get with someone when you're in the room. You don't get that instant feedback. I've got the time delay. I'm 7 hours behind the developers now. If someone asks me a question at 9 in the morning, it's the end of the day before he gets the answer. So there are some issues with remote. It has slowed us down, but they are going to hit the date, which is the most important thing. They're going to hit the April 27th date. Just to remind you, April 27th is not fireworks and celebrities and little canapes. No, April 27th is, the first 20 users get let in by Smarttech. We all hold our breath, waiting to see what happens, and then according to what's going on, Smarttech will then onboard more users as and when they see fit at a rate they decide, in group sizes that they decide, according to what's going on. It's a development-led decision. So just letting you know, everything's on track. We have been slowed down a little bit by coronavirus, but it's not a problem. And just to allay some of the other rumors out there, I don't have coronavirus. I'm not dead. So that's that. All right then, so let's get to the first questions. I'll try and race through these for you. First question. Yeah, this first question was interesting. There's a few people been talking about this. I have noticed Smarttech does not bring out any more blog posts. Is the relationship between Digitex and Smarttech still good? That's an interesting question. Yeah, absolutely. There's no problems between me and Smarttech. They're just working hard. Everything's fine. They just don't write blog posts. They're a programming company. Now that it's come to crunch time, they just don't want to be writing blog posts. It takes time out from what they're doing. They're really trying to get it done. So that's really all there is. There's no relationship problem between me and Smarttech. I speak to them every day. I consider myself to be personal friends with the owner of Smarttech now. I respect him a lot. I like him a lot. So no problems with Smarttech at all. They're not going anywhere. Next question, will the API be active at Mainnet? Well, Mainnet it will be. April 27th, I don't believe it will be. April 27th is just a very slow rollout of everything, and the API will be one thing that we switch on. I don't think that's going to happen on April 27th. Next question, will stop loss be active at Mainnet? Again, in Mainnet, obviously we're going to have stop loss on April 27th. I don't know if particularly that's going to be working on that particular date. Next question, regarding the market makers, will they offer liquidity similar to what it is now on the testnet? Well, afraid not. No, the testnet, the market makers are going a little crazy there. The volumes are, sky high, because the idea of a testnet is, it's just play money. You can do whatever numbers you want, right? So the idea of the testnet was to put a lot of volume through to make it look busy and, see how the system stands up. So there won't be, when we first launched the testnet, there won't be anything like that kind of volume on the ladder that you're seeing on the testnet. Next question, how will the affiliate system work after Mainnet? The affiliate system we've got right now is built so that when you refer someone, they get some Digitex and then you get some Digitex when they sign up. We can set whatever that amount Digitex is. That's pretty easy to change. It is a system that's open to abuse. We discovered that with our first waitlist when we got a lot of fake emails and things. So we're still assessing what to exactly do with that referral system. We're not exactly sure, but the way it works at the moment is you share your link and both will get a reward for the sign up. Next question. It looks like in the last development update report shared yesterday, the spot price would get updated. Is that to remove Binance and Bitfinex from the calculation? Yeah, I haven't spoken to this specifically yet about them today because I've been doing this. I believe what happened is they've taken the USDT figures out of the spot price, because USD and USDT are not exactly the same thing. You know, the USDT isn't always exactly $1. So the price of Bitcoin against USDT is not always the same as the price of Bitcoin against USD. So I believe we've taken out USDT from that spot price calculation. Next question, will the losses from liquidated users be given to the market makers or be used as prize money for the tournaments? The idea for system gains made by liquidations, that goes into, you know, the insurance fund there that then gets lost by the market makers. That's the current plan for those. When we introduce market making kind of rebate schemes and, you know, incentive programs to encourage people to do more volume, to keep spreads tight, things like that, we may we're going to look at what kind of gains we're making from the system, from liquidations, and then we may allocate, you know, money towards those things. But at the moment, the idea is that those system gains get given to the market makers, and the market makers lose those system gains back to the market. Next question. Is there a solution to the PEG system in the works? The PEG system, not right now. No, the PEG system is just something I can't get my head around in a practical sense on how it will work, because it's basically just a Digitex futures market. The PEG system is a Digitex futures market, but the problem with a futures market on a relatively illiquid token like the Digitex token is it's very easy to manipulate. So and as a result, it might not be that liquid. So the PEG system is one of those things that sounds great, but when you try and apply it practically, I don't know that it's really going to, you know, be a lot of use. There are other options that we're considering, you know, how traders can trade without Digitex price vulnerability. Things like maybe, you know, people could lend Digitex tokens to traders, and they trade with them, and then they just give back the, you know, the ether value of what they borrowed, something like that. But that's not being actively worked on right now. Right now, they're just trying to get the mainnet over the line, and then once that's right and working, then we can work on all these extra things. Can services such as Uniswap or Kyber be used for the spot market function until the actual Digitex futures exchange spot markets go live? They could be. We were also considering Changely have an API. We could put a little widget in there that allows you to, you know, buy and sell that way. At the moment, we've got the treasury, you know, the Digitex treasury. If anyone wants to buy tokens, it's very easy for them to do that. All you got to do is send in an ether payment to our smart contracts, and you automatically get Digitex back at the current CMC rate plus a very small premium. For selling Digitex, though, you do need to still go to the exchanges. But having said that, we do have a few more exchange listings coming up, and one of them is pretty decent too. So obviously, I can't say what they are yet, but there's going to be a solution coming. It's a shame we don't have the spot market ready for Mainnet, but you will be able to buy and sell Digitex, you know, easily. When is the code freeze happening? I don't know the exact date. I just know it's very, very soon. I know it's right around the corner. They're just last minute changes they're trying to make now, and it's very, very soon. But during the code freeze, bug fixing can still happen. You know, if the bug is found, it's just not frozen in place. So when it's specifically happening, the code freeze, I don't know. It's going to be very, very soon, because Smarttech want to send it to audit, and the whole thing's just going to be like get a proper full audit from, you know, people that are really, really trying to break it apart. So, and that has to happen very, very soon. When does marketing work on YouTube? I think we got some ads running on YouTube right now. We got ads running all over the place. We got a lot of testing going on. We're doing a lot of small scale testing in order to be able to scale it up when we're ready. We're getting some very good results with our internet marketing, with our pay-per-click. We're getting really good at this. So the results we're looking at now are, you know, if we can scale them the way we think we can, we expect we can comfortably be getting 1,000 signups a day. When the mainnet's ready for that kind of volume, we think we can comfortably, you know, switch on our internet marketing efforts to get it up to about 1,000 signups a day. More would be nice, but I think that would be a solid number for us to get once we can start running. And like I say, we can switch that on and off like a switch now. So we're getting very good at it. Our marketing game is getting pretty refined. Like I say, we've got 21 people now that work on the marketing side of things that don't have anything to do with development, down from the brand design. There's just every aspect of internet marketing you can think of. We've got 1 or 2 people doing that, and they're all pretty good. So very, very confident on the marketing side of things. Can you elaborate on Digitex DeFi plans? DeFi being decentralized finance, right? I don't think we have any specific DeFi plans at the moment. It seems to be one of those buzzwords. Maybe I should have some DeFi plans. I don't know. Right now we don't. I guess one thing you could say about that, I touched on earlier, maybe the lending. Maybe if we come out with some kind of a system where hodlers can lend their tokens to traders, maybe that counts as DeFi, maybe. But that isn't spec'd out and that isn't being built actively right now, just so you know. Has the earlier KYC information been deleted from the third-party company that was involved? Well, I guess the thing is, data is never deleted, let's be honest. Nobody ever actually deletes anything. It still exists somewhere. I do not have a contract with that company anymore, and I do not, us as a company, and nobody in our company has access to that data anymore, to that portal. So I can say that we don't have access to that information. Can I say that third party has actually deleted the data? I don't know. That's up to them. I would be surprised if they delete anything, because I would be surprised if they delete stuff. Maybe they've archived it or what. Maybe it's not actually been deleted. I don't know. Next question: restricting Digitex supply for a growing number of traders would supercharge Digitex price growth. So do you plan to introduce staking rewards for Digitex holders to incentivize them to take out as many tokens out of circulation for as long as possible? There are ideas around that. I do have a more concrete idea. It's not really staking. It's something that's actively being worked on now that is going to create, I believe, a lot of demand for the token. It's actually going to create a brand new utility for the Digitex token. It's very, very exciting, and that's all I can say right now. I did promise you the last time. I think in June you're actually going to find out some more about it, and you're just gonna lose your mind. And that's all I'm going to say right now. Next question: will there be a limit on the leverage from the start, or is it 100x from day one? I don't know if we're even going to do 100x from day one. On April 27th, we may just, set it to 20x or something like that. We don't want to mess things up on the first day. So 100x may not be available on day one, but we don't have. I'm looking at the next question. Have you considered going more than 100x leverage? We haven't considered that. We're still trying to deal with 100x leverage. It can be pretty scary in certain conditions. So it may be 20x on day one. That's all I'm saying. Will the reporting page execute trades? The updated reporting page. On April 27th, that will not be done. It is on the list, though. That I know what you mean. The history page, doesn't it? It just needs a redo, right? It just needs to be clearer. It just needs to be better. That is on the list. So yes, you will be able to just put in a date period and see your gains in Digitex during that time frame. We'll just simplify that. That one was a bit of a pig's ear. Next question: is the system for Airdrop tokens turnaround ready from launch? That's the 1,000 tokens that people receive. Again, like I say, April 27th is the first 20, and then according to what Smarttech decides, they're going to let in people at whatever rate they say. The first people that come in are going to be those people on the wait lists, and the exact system that is going to, there's a little complexity there with how the tokens are claimed and used. The exact system of how the first waitlist people are going to be treated and what's going to happen is going to be in a blog post next week. So keep an eye out for that. You'll get a more comprehensive answer. Next question, can the market maker funds be increased as more markets are added? That will help in increasing liquidity in every new market. 100 million, Digitex might run short for 5 to 20 different markets. That's true. The only way, you've got to consider the only way we can increase funds is to mint more tokens. So that would have to be a community vote. So I can't say whether that would even happen or not, or whether we would want to do that. Maybe we want to do that, maybe we don't. That would be something that we would assess, at the time as more markets are added and when we see what the actual liquidity rates are like. I would like to, introduce more kind of market maker schemes, as I mentioned earlier, that incentivize normal users to actually become market makers. I would like, a little bot system where you can just go in the back end there and set the parameters and set a bot loose 24/7. I would like a little, market making, scalping little bot that you can set loose for, to just run non-stop. I would like to incentivize normal people to just become the market makers rather than the house always doing the market making. There's something to be said for that. And that way we would not have to mint more tokens to increase the market maker fund. Next question. In the UK, spread betting is tax-free. The only difference between spread and futures being the exchange or bookmaker sets the prices in spread betting. Since Digitex uses its own price oracle, which can be changed and adjusted by the exchange, would it fall under spread betting here? I don't think so, looking at that, because the oracle, well, one, we don't really have control of the oracle. It's our oracle, but we're pulling feeds from other cryptocurrency exchanges, so technically we don't have control over that. And also, it's not the oracle that you're trading on, it's the actual price on the futures exchange, and that is not set by us. That's all peer-to-peer. You're trading with other people. So I would trying to convince the tax man that it's spread betting. I mean, good luck to you there. Certainly give it a go, but I don't know how good you're going to come out of that one. Why are there currently lag issues, and will it be fixed? But yeah, the lag issues that we've got at the moment, there's just been a few problems. They've been putting out updates that have been causing lags. They are aware of it. I know it's pretty frustrating when it happens. But if you could do me a favor, this, like I say, on April 27th even, this isn't going to be a perfect product. April 27th is not the finish line. April 27th is just a continuation of the testing we're doing, and over time, hopefully a month, 2 months, whatever Smarttech decides, we're going to be, on mainnet proper. But April 27th is not the finish date. Please, if you find bugs, if it's lagging, do a screen recording, send it to the support thing. If you find a problem with it, do a screen capture, write in as much detail as much as you can of what happened. Please, if you could just help us, fix it, help us make it better. We're going to get there a lot faster, and, we would really appreciate it. Can everyone see the mainnet in action like the testnet when it is live? I believe so, yes. I believe that the mainnet is going to be displaying. There's that switch between on the interface there. You can switch between live and testnet. Next, how will maintenance work on mainnet? Will there be prior warning? Yeah, we'll give prior warning. Obviously, if it's scheduled, we'll give as much prior warning as is possible when that's going to happen. Any news on mobile version coming out any day now? Yeah, the mobile version, it's kind of ready. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not perfect. It's got issues. Again, this is an ongoing thing. This isn't the finish line, but it's there. It's 90% there. We've just got some layout issues, some CSS issues, but yeah, it's out and it's working. Next. How do you intend getting enough market flow onto the ladder for the first 20 traders? Well, I mean, exactly. The first 20 traders, it's not going to look anything like the testnet, right? I mean, 20 traders, they might not even be on at the same time. You might get 1 or 2 guys on at the same time. So the testnet launch on April 27th is very, very soft. I hope that 20 traders in there is not going to break it. And then the development team is going to say, all right, let's move this along. That's what I hope for. That's what I'm going to be pushing for. And obviously they're going to be aware of thousands of people chomping at the bit to try and get in. But yeah, on April 27th, don't expect fireworks and lots of trading going on the ladder. All right, I think that's all the questions I've got there. I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, it's only 20 minutes, a nice short one today. So I'll wrap it up there. Thanks again for joining me. I know everyone's keen to get started. April 27th is just around the corner. Like I say, April 27th is not fireworks and celebrities. It's just a continuation of where we're going, but we're on track. Despite some setbacks, we're on track. Everything's on target. Me and Smarttech are doing just peachy. Don't worry about that. And onwards and upwards. All right, cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.